This is the Afternoon Buzz Rewind Podcast. I'm your host, Johnny Thrash. Join me for the Afternoon Buzz weekdays from 2 to 7, only on Real Rock Radio, 106.3 The Buzz.
What's your rewind?
The thing to do these days as a band is to have your own beer, and Def Leppard have joined the party. The Def Leppard Pale will debut on May 23rd. And a commercial for it, Rick Allen said he's not sure he'd necessarily be in Def Leppard had it not been for beer. I'll tell you what, I'll take that a step further and say there's a lot of things I wouldn't have done if it weren't for beer. And they ain't all good. Check out more info at 1063thebuzz.com. Look, man, we're not going to get Led Zeppelin ever again. Forget about it. Robert Plant ain't down with the reunion, and he can't reiterate that enough. All right, he was doing an interview with Rock Cellar to talk about coming back over here and touring in support of his new solo album, Carry Fire, saying it's obviously very flattering to find out that it's the final icing on the cake. That means he doesn't have to go back to playing in the state of Delaware to 10 million chairs and do, quote, the big deal. The big deal, obviously, Led Zeppelin. Here's his thing. He puts it into perspective, saying that playing the smaller venues is something that's a little more substantial. Saying, don't imagine that big is beautiful. He's been there. Check out that entire interview at 1063thebuzz.com.
1063 The Buzz presents Nonsense Minute.
I'm tired of trying to meet cool girls at my fire dancing class.
I just want a guy who'll take me to dinner at the food trucks.
Having a hard time finding someone with your same interests?
Yeah.
Now you can try hipstermatch.com.
I'm Seth, and I've been growing my beard for 3 years. No trimming at all. Oh, and I dyed it red to match my favorite pair of skinny jeans.
I'm Chloe, and I make tiny hats, but not for your head.
The reason that Hipster Match works is our ironic algorithm used to select your perfect hipster match.
Do you want to go to the spoken word open mic in the park at midnight?
Do I ever? I just wrote an a cappella rap on my Etch-a-Sketch.
And the Hipster Match photo uploader automatically Instagrams every picture so it looks like shit.
I'm Clementine. Call me Clemmy. I like Johnny Cash and salt and pepper.
I'm Dex. I have a dog named Moose and a tattoo of it. Tattoo.
So if you like vinyl collections, drumming with friends, and ironic Phil Collins t-shirts dipped in patchouli,
let's FaceTime.
No, let's write letters on paper.
Let's listen to terrible music.
On purpose.
Yeah.
maybe you should try hipstermatch.com.
Do you think Metallica was right in going after Napster? I do. And it has nothing to do with Metallica being a band I love. It wouldn't matter if it were a band that I didn't care for. And, no one has a right to someone else's labor, period. Someone had to put the time, the effort, the money into going into a studio and producing this stuff, and you think you should be able to just get it for free. So, no, I've always been on the side of Metallica when it comes to that thing against Napster, and Kirk Hammett was asked about that during an appearance on a Swedish show, saying, it didn't do them any favors whatsoever, but you know what? They're still in the right on that. They're still right about Napster. He says no matter who's out there saying Metallica's wrong, and he said all you have to do is look at the state of the music industry, and that kind of explains the whole situation right there. Well said. Read more of what he had to say at 1063thebuzz.com. Pearl Jam, gave us a new single back a couple of months ago now, and with the new single out, you'd think that a new album is imminent, but that's not exactly the case at all. Kyle Meredith does the Kyle Meredith With podcast, and this last week he was with Jeff Ament, who said Pearl Jam need a good solid 6 to 8 weeks carved out where they're just recording all these ideas that they have. He said that likely won't happen until the fall after they've wrapped up their summer touring. He said 2019 is probably safe to say as to when it will arrive. You can get the link to the full chat at 1063thebuzz.com.
Another Nonsense Minute brought to you by 1063 The Buzz.
Facebook for Dummies. Facebook is a social networking site, so you can share news no one cares about.
I'm pregnant.
With friends you've never met. Hey. Here are some tips. Don't accept a friend request from your mom.
Oh, hey, it's Mom.
Unless you want her to see all the pictures of you lap dancing drunk for Japanese businessmen last Halloween.
Oh, dear.
At some point, someone you don't give a crap about may send you a poke. What they're saying is, please notice me. I am lonely and sad.
What?
And drunk.
Hey.
If you're in a relationship, and it's not complicated,
You shut up.
you are not in a relationship. When it's your birthday, hundreds of strangers will wish you happy birthday. Some guys may send you penis pics. If you post an ultrasound of your unborn child, somebody will inappropriately comment,
LOL, that's gross.
Or,
Any idea who the father is?
or,
Did you check for downs?
so instead, Instagram a hilarious photo of your cat. Have fun Facebooking, but don't buy Facebook stock. This has been Facebook for Dummies.
Dave Grohl is working on a solo project. He's going to do a 25-minute instrumental song, and he's going to play all of the instruments himself. Talking to Madison.com, he says he has a studio out in L.A. where he's going to set up a whole bunch of instruments, several drum kits, bunch of guitars, bass, rhythm, and lead. He'll hit play, and the clock will start ticking. He'll record the first drum part, and then he'll run to the next drum set and play another drum part that will record over the first. And then he'll do the same with all the guitars, all assigned to a different moment in the instrumental. And, of course, he's going to be filming the entire session because that's kind of what he does now. But here's the thing, Buzzhead. We might not ever even hear or see the documentary anything. He said if he wants to write a 25-minute instrumental, write all the music, play all the instruments, film it, and then maybe never even release it, he'll do it just because he can. We've got the full story for you, 1063thebuzz.com. 3 Days Grace are a very successful band. But with that being said, they still kind of feel like outsiders. You know, that's what they've called the new album, Outsider, and there's a tune on there called I Am an Outsider. They were asked about that in a new interview, if they still feel like outsiders, and Brad Walsh said he still feels like an outsider. He thinks they always kind of look forward and they're not worried about what anybody thinks of them. And they're all kind of introverted. He especially, he likes to go home and hide. And with that being said, they can't just walk around unaccosted. I mean, they get recognized wherever they go. And Neil Sanderson, when asked about that, said it's a good problem to have, but the craziest is they've been to Russia 3 times in the last 3 years, and for some reason, they know every train they're on, every airport they're at, every hotel they're staying. It's just crazy. You can check out more of that interview at 1063thebuzz.com.
1063 The Buzz presents Nonsense Minute.
You're funny.
So what are you studying in college?
I'm studying the human genome.
The what?
The human genome.
They're called gnomes. They live under mushrooms.
What?
The G is silent. Even I know that. They're like Smurfs.
Are you stupid? Millions of people suffer from being a dumbass. Well, now there's help. Introducing books.
It's like Scoob backwards. Scooby snack.
Books have words in them that say stuff.
So you're saying if I get some bacon,
Books.
they will help for me to know stuff more of?
Yes, Yoda.
No, I was doing Scooby-Doo. Scooby snack.
Books.
Maybe you should eat some books.
Get one today.
There's more than one?
The social app Bartender gathered data from over 700,000 users to determine the most popular liquor in each state. Now, just straight up liquor. We're not talking about mixed drinks or anything like that. Texas, no surprise to me. Jack Daniels, the most popular liquor. Now, up in Oklahoma, they have a little more expensive taste. Crown Royal, the most popular up there. The exact opposite for New Mexico, Fireball, the most popular liquor in that state. Go to 1063thebuzz.com for the full list. Bad Wolves released their debut album, Disobey, last Friday, and the first single, their cover of the Cranberries, Zombie, is just blowing up at radio. And in a new interview, Tommy Vext said their biggest concern was whether or not they did a good job with their interpretation. He said he was in London at Wembley Arena to see Five Finger Death Punch, and their managing director of their UK office is a family friend of Dolores O'Riordan and had heard their rendition. And he asked if it would be okay if they sent the song to her for approval. He said a couple of days later, he called and said she thought the track was killer, loved the song, and wanted to sing on it. And they were like, wait, what? And it all happened really fast. Within 2 weeks, she was in London ready to record, and it almost felt like a dream come true. And then obviously, tragically, it never got to happen. She passed away on the day she was supposed to record the vocals. We have that full interview for you at 1063thebuzz.com.
Another Nonsense Minute brought to you by 1063 The Buzz.
Tired of boring vacations where you just relax? Come to Mexico. I know you keep hearing about all the drug wars going on, but hey, we're fighting over drugs. Haven't you ever gotten in a fight over drugs? With your ex-girlfriend? Mexico has lots of great things to see. Have you ever seen dead people? It's pretty cool. I'm sure you might read a headline about a bloodbath at a car wash, but you weren't going to wash your car here anyway. So the next time you want adventure, come to Mexico. Just like the Old West, but now. And in Spanish. Mexico. Don't be a pollo.
What are Disturbed up to? They're teasing new music online, and it seems like they're teasing acoustic and heavy stuff. I wonder if they're actually going to end up putting out that acoustic EP first, or if maybe it's going to be kind of entrenched in the new studio album. I think they'll put out that EP because that's what they said they would do, but at the same time, they seem to be kind of doing it all together at once. We'll see what the end result ends up being. Hey, thanks for checking out the Afternoon Buzz Rewind podcast. Join me, Johnny Thrash, for the Afternoon Buzz, weekdays from 2 to 7 on Real Rock Radio, 106.3 The Buzz.